Okay, well, today's kind of a sad day for us, guys. We've got RC Box Club today, but today's something a little bit different with the RC Box Club, so let's dive into it. What's going on, guys? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC Vlog. Today's a little bit of a bittersweet day with the RC Box Club. Today we've got our February February box for this month, and it just came in the mail. It was a little bit late. They had some supplier issues, it sounded like, and was a little bit behind schedule getting these out to all the members, which is okay, not the end of the world. We know how the supply chain issues can go sometimes, and sometimes it is what it is. So, but the reason I tell you that it is a bittersweet is because this will be probably our last RC Box Club for a little while, guys. If you guys follow the vlog very well, we had talked about in our last video when we were wrenching on the 8 scale buggy that we're trying to save some money, guys, okay? Now, I don't want you guys to think that I'm doing this or I'm canceling my subscription because there is no value to this. And I'm going to show you why there's value to this again. And I have tons of other RC Box Club videos up on the channel that will really explain the value in this subscription. But the reason that we are trying to save so much money right now is because we're trying to open up our own spot. We're trying to get our own thing going, and to do that we need funds, and the funds aren't going to make themselves appear. We got to cut some corners, shave off some extras sometimes, and to do that sometimes some of these things need to go. Some of our subscriptions, I had to cancel a couple of streaming platforms as well, just to you don't think that it would make a difference, but I'm hoping at the end of the day it won't make some difference. But on the other hand, we are going to still break down February's box here. I would bet, and I haven't opened this thing yet, but I'm going to bet this is a Valentine's themed box. I don't know why, but other than the fact that it was Valentine's in February this month. I could be wrong, but I'm going to take a shot in the dark and see if that's what it is. As you guys all know, I get the swag box because I'm always a swag guy. That's why I had to represent with the MSN Vlog t-shirt with our last RC Box Club video. Let's get this thing broken down and see what we got. Obviously, our last box came in the mystery box too, so I was kind of excited about that. I've always thought this box print was really, really cool. So let's dive into it. Always on the top, they've got the sheet of paper that tells everybody what's in the box. Now, I don't usually read this until the end and go over the pricing, but it does show you the value of each product in the box and shows you how much value you get for what you paid for it. So let's dive into it. The first thing I see is a couple tools that are right on the top here. And I'm always a sucker for more tools. The more tools you have, the more prepared you are, right? And first, this is one that we needed too. This one is what they call a slipper tool. This is for tightening and loosening your slipper clutches on your race buggies. Okay. That is a very, very cool tool. It's got the 5.5 on one side and the 7.0 on the other. This also comes in really handy for taking shock bolts off on the 10 scale buggies. On some of our 10 scale stuff, the upper shock bolts are pretty hard to get to with a full-size nut driver, so these come in really, really handy for that. And then it looks like we've got two different versions of turnbuckle wrenches, which these are cool. These are really, really neat. Let's get these out of the bag and see what we got here. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, nice anodized aluminum turnbuckle wrenches. These things are going to come in handy too. Check that out. Check that out. Super cool. Anodized black, it looks like, with the machined edge. Looks like we got two different wrenches here, which is really cool because it gives us the opportunity to use one for 10 scale and 8 scale possibly. So it looks like the first one we have has the 5mm and 4mm ends for turnbuckles, and then the bigger one has the 5.5 and the 7mm turnbuckle sizes on there. So that's really, really cool. And then for the last part, we got our 3 tools. And then, of course, I don't know why I had a feeling that it was going to be Valentine's related, but we've got our swag shirt with the red and pink to go for Valentine's Day. That's awesome. And then last but not least, our sticker sheet, which this is pretty cool. He doesn't normally do that. This is pretty cool. This is a cool sticker sheet. This is basically a anniversary sheet, I guess you would call it, that has all of the, like, almost all of last year's stickers on it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty much the color scheme for every sticker that we got last year in 2025. So that's really, really cool. I know a couple of these I really liked. Like, I liked this one. If you guys ever were part of the CCS skate magazines, I think that's what that's from, is the old skate magazines, kind of their logo. I liked the Supreme one too, the RC Box Club that looks like the Supreme logo. That's a pretty cool one too. Pretty neat to see all the different stickers on the same page. Sometimes you don't really realize how many cool ones there are as you make your way through the year. You know, you kind of forget about that one's kind of cool too, with the American flag and the RC Box Club logo. That one's cool. I like that one. The Christmas one. Yeah, these are pretty cool. I like the stickers. I'm a huge sticker guy. I like stickering up my car. But yeah, so we got the 2 turnbuckle wrenches, the slipper nut wrench, I guess, if you will, which this is really nice. It's got a nice big handle, or, you know, wheel to it, so it makes it easy for turning. There are a couple competitors that make this. I think J-Con makes one, and there's a couple other people, but the handle or the wheel on it is pretty small, so like it's still pretty hard to turn if the nuts are tight. So with the bigger wheel, that gives you a little bit more leverage. And this is MSN branded tools, guys. This isn't you know, somebody else's stuff. This is straight from MSN Vlog, from the Mark Santa Maria himself. He's got a bunch of good stuff. If the other tools that he's come out with, which I still have yet to buy, is the Mini Z tool set. I need to get myself a set of those, because working on the Mini Zs, if you don't have the right tools, can be very difficult. So, but yeah, that's a wrap, guys, on February's box, Valentine's box, if you want to call it. Like I said, it is a little bit of a bittersweet, just because this is my last box for a little bit. We're going to try and save some funds and hopefully get our own spot opened up, guys. We've got a piece of property that's lined up, possibly. We're trying to work out the finer details, and we haven't been able to release that yet to the channel or to the public yet. We're trying to iron it out before we do any of that, and put the cart before the horse. So trying to make sure that all our I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and we'll go from there. But if you guys stay tuned to the channel, you will eventually find out what's going on and what we are diving into next. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button down below. Make sure you're tuned into the channel and subscribed as always. And like I said, we will see you next time.